Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Stanley 515488 manual flush bolt for their ICU doors. And this comes in that package I just showed you, and it is comprised of the following. You obviously have the business end here, the body itself, the flush bolt body. Okay, this is specifically going to need to have a couple of things pointed out regarding it. First of all, you'll notice that the edge of this is radiused. You're going to want to be sure that the door that you're putting this on is radiused. That is not beveled, it's not square, it's radius. So the edge of the door should be radius. That's number one. Number two is the offset, which is the dimension from the face of the mounting tab here to the face of the faceplate. There are two sizes that exist, at least two that I know of, that exist out in the world. This happens to be 1/8 of an inch. At least I believe it is. Indeed. So you need to make sure that the one you're replacing from the face of the mounting point right here to the face of the faceplate is 1/8 of an inch. If it's 1/4 inch, let us know. That's a different flush bolt. But this is branded as the Stanley 515488, so if you know you're replacing that, this is the item. Other things to point out to you, the dimensions. The exposed body, about 4 1/8, just heavy on that. The width, about 7/8. Obviously running that manual trigger up and down is what you're going to use to get the flush bolt to activate. This is going to include a threaded rod. It's a typical 1/4-20 threaded rod. You'll thread down here. It's also going to include a 1/4-20 nut. That will go down here to prevent that rod from turning. You don't want that to turn on you at all. Typical flush bolt size would be generally 12 inch, or flush bolts I should say are measured from the top or the bottom of the door to the center of the faceplate. I don't know that if the preparation on your door is going to be particularly 12 inch. It could be. That would be considered a standard. This rod appears to be plenty long enough to be able to accommodate a top of door to the center of the faceplate of 12 inch. Should you have an unusual application where that dimension is for some reason shorter or longer, 1/4-20 threaded rod. The length of this rod is about 11 inch, as you can see. Okay. Now, what else is in the packaging? Let's take a closer look. Now, everything else that's in the package, forgive me, you're going to have your bolt, which is here. Your bolt head, I should say. And that's just made of plastic, unfortunately. Then there's a bolt guide, and that bolt guide will install into the top of the door or the bottom of the door in the stile. And then your bolt will obviously ride through that. They're both basically square shaped to prevent that bolt from turning. And then you'll get 2 screws for attaching that to the face of the door. You'll actually see the head of the 2 screws through the door and then threading into the plastic bolt guide. That's everything that's in the package. I'm not sure what word I said, maybe unfortunately, about this all being plastic. That's just how these are done. Which means, they're not going to tolerate a lot of, rough use. And generally, you'll find that these items will fatigue. So these are used on their ICU doors. I find that ICU doors are generally sliding. I'm not sure, a flush bolt would be for a swinging door. You can also mount a flush bolt in the face of the door as well. That's not unheard of. So be mindful. What ICU door are you working on? Probably a swinging one. Again, radiused, 1/8 inch offset, and then obviously aluminum type finish. Okay, let's see if we have something on. Yeah, it's the only item that we have listed here as an ICU manual flush bolt. If you're looking for it in a different color, reach out to us and please let us know, and we will work with you on sourcing the proper bolt in the proper color. There's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can review not only all of the Stanley products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. Any questions on the Stanley, 515-488-Flush Bolt ICU, or any other Stanley product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.